The opinions expressed within the content of this podcast solely that of our guests and do not reflect the views and beliefs of the Bigfoot and Paranormal Encounters podcast, its hosts or its affiliates.
Welcome to Bigfoot and Paranormal Encounters podcast. And now your host, Dave Weichert.
Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Bigfoot and Paranormal Encounters podcast. Well, tonight, not one guest, but I have several. I have 5 of my good friends, and we're going to talk some paranormal, so I'm not going to waste any more time. First, I'm going to bring on my good friend, Rockin' Randy.
Hello, everybody. How you doing, Mr. Dave?
How are you tonight, sir?
I'm perfectly not well. And yourself?
Oh, good. I'm very sorry to hear about your uncle. My condolences to
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
To you and your family. And if you need anything, just let me know. I'm just a ring away.
Will do. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. All right, I'm going to bring in my good friend, Sean Ellis.
Hello, everyone.
Sean, how are you tonight?
I'm doing fine. How are you today, Bruce?
I'm doing all right. All right, there we go. Okay, next I'm going to bring in another good friend of mine, Mr. John Curley.
Hey.
John, how are you, sir?
What's up, Dave? Rockin' Randy. Sean, what's up?
Hey, John.
All right, next I'm going to bring in, now this is the first time this is going to be a treat for me because I hear this guy is very, very crazy. And
I'm already on the show.
He'll make you laugh. So let's bring in Doug. Doug, how are you, sir?
Evening, fellas.
What's up, Doug?
Hello.
I'm sorry, I had to cut my phone off. And let's bring in Brandon. Brandon, how are you?
Can't hear you.
All right, how about now?
There we go.
Ready?
There we go.
Hey, Brandon. What's up, everybody?
All right.
Hey, Dave, that phone tone you had just playing a minute ago,
Uh-huh.
I thought we were Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. We'll break in your house and steal your goods. Could you be mine? Won't you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Hello, everybody. I'm Dave Bruce. Okay, go ahead.
Let me tell you about this guy, Rockin' Randy. This guy is full of voices, okay? He can do Bill Clinton. He can do them all, so.
That's right, I can. You ask Hillary, she'll tell you. I didn't leave no presidential semen on that dress. That's right.
All right, let me just you guys go ahead and start chatting. I'm gonna fix something here. I'm gonna go to the come on now.
So Doug, you're director above and below.
Director of Above and Below. Brandon's the founder.
Okay, it's hard to read that little bit of writing on it. And I got glasses on, so because the screen is small, I guess I can make it big. So what's your show? Because I've heard about it, I've never seen it. Is it a podcast show?
No.
Is it a TV show?
No, we're a paranormal group.
Oh, okay.
All right, Chris is in the chat room. Tracy's in there.
Tracy. Hi, Tracy. Sean. Tracy said hello.
Yeah, I already said hi to her.
Tracy's my paranormal. Tracy's my paranormal white witch who I produce her show for. A little plug I put in there real quick.
So tonight we're going to be talking a little bit about everything paranormal. Brandon just came in with a message, so it looks like trouble on the way, from what I understand. But I've already got attacked once, so what's the second time? Right, Brandon?
Yeah, or a third, or a fourth, or a fifth. You know, it depends.
I'll
There
take
you
a
go.
fifth.
I'm still waiting for my letter. I'm just upset. Everybody's got one but me.
Yeah. It seems to be about
What
the
I'm
marbles, the grilled cheese. I'm sorry, go ahead, Doug.
the funniest thing about all this is we haven't been on any I haven't been on any podcast in quite some time. And John and Brandon, the last podcast was yours, where they were accused of attacking people and even myself bullying people in the comments, which never happened because I have screenshots of said messages. But yet we're not even around and they have the audacity to bring up our names. I think it's wonderful that we're always on their mind.
That's terrible.
Don't worry,
You know,
we have a song for that.
You're always on my mind. You're always on my mind. Doug
There
and
you go.
Brandon and John talk about you. That's what we love to do.
Mm.
They love
so
us.
poor Tracy, she got attacked, and she got it straightened out. And from what I understand, she's been hit again. I'm not sure if it's them, but I'm just gonna say this. If you want to play, we can play, but it's going to become checkmate. Simple as that.
It was Twisted Souls Paranormal that she called and asked they'd like to be on her podcast show. And she said, okay, they were texting back and forth. And the woman on there asked her, can you loan me $200? And Tracy said, I wouldn't loan $200 to my family. So the phone hung up. And then all of a sudden her Facebook and her Gmail and everything got whacked so bad. They were sending us, Sean, myself, and Dave messages to get code saying, hey, this is Tracy. I got stopped and they're trying to redo my account. What's your phone number? I'll send you the code. Well, I know Tracy knows my phone number. She knows Sean's number and she knows Dave. I go, this is another scam working. And they've whacked her so bad that they cut out her Gmail accounts.
Wow.
Yeah, they took everything from her. So, they can play games. That's okay. You're not going to hurt us. Like I said, my show's an FCC show, and I'm an FM radio show. So, keep messing with the people I work with, and we'll take it to the next level. Because Tracy's like our little sister. Love you, Trace.
Okay, let me just take a look. All right, guys, where do you want to start?
Anywhere you like.
Do we want to beat somebody up, or
I'd love to.
It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. Every time I hear that, I'm going to sing that to you, Dave.
yeah? Turn it down, huh? Please. Thank you. Yeah, that's another good friend, Mr. Bill Rigby. He's trying to get a hold of us. I don't. What did I do? There we go. Got to keep my mouth still. That's Mr. Bill Rigby. He's trying to get a hold of me so we can set something up. And so
Well, Doug looks like he has something on his mind. Go for it, buddy. I can see it. I can
I
feel
have
your
nothing
energy.
on my mind.
I
Go
can
ahead,
feel.
Doug.
I can feel it, Doug. Come on, let it out. Come
Come
to the
on,
dark
Brandon.
side.
Brandon's already warned me about
I'm trying to get this goddamn computer to stop lagging on me.
It ain't lagging on this end.
Okay. So, John, thank you for that photo you sent me earlier. I tried to use it, but it was too big for me to use it as a virtual background. That would have been really funny.
The pregnant demonic doll.
Yeah. Just
Look
tell
at
him,
that
Randy.
It looks like an ex-girlfriend I had.
Demon semen, right?
Yeah, demon.
Right, demons.
Yeah.
She looked like that in the morning. She looked like that when we went to bed.
She is from hell.
Oh yeah, she was. She actually stood up when we had our child. She stood up in the chair and her head turned around. She goes, "Your mother sucks cocks in hell." I went, "Okay, we're done with this relationship." Oh, Dave, I'm sorry. On my show, guys, mine is body slamming conversation, no holds barred. I say whatever on my show, so I forgive
we do
myself. I put $1 in the swear jar.
Yeah, we do too.
We don't have a swear jar. If we did, it would be filled all times.
Oh, every day.
You're the kind of guys I like.
You guys have to put $1 in there every time you're accused of something.
Oh, well then shit, I can retire.
Yeah, there you go.
Shit. I was gonna say we'd be millionaires.
No doubt.
I apparently was at the Battlefield Bash, which was funny because John was there and he never once saw me. So
you were hiding under the table.
But you know what was there?
That's what it was.
You know what was there? Grilled cheese sandwiches.
That is true.
The cheese made a presence at the Battlefield Bash, baby.
And I think, John, are you still upset because you didn't get your picture taken?
I'm still upset. No one will get their picture taken with me at the back. But they were all like this when I walked in there. By myself. They're like, oh, fuck, here comes trouble now, buddy.
That's what happens when I go to church.
Just get silent.
Silent, everybody's looking at me.
So here's a topic I wanna cover tonight. In the paranormal, no offense to certain people, but I was into it for a lot of years. I hung my boots up in 2016, right after I left Bramblewood. And I started getting out of it because of the things that Brandon and John and Doug has been experiencing. Working with people that want to fake. That wasn't me, so you can't make fun of me, Randy.
No, that was me.
Okay.
Yeah, because you play music. I'm only going to sing when your music plays.
Turn your goddamn ringer off.
As I was saying,
My watch.
I got out of the paranormal because it was, the drama was just getting to be horrific. It was getting to be really, really bad. And I'm 61 now. I started when I was 20 years old. So, I put my work in, and will I come out? Of course I'll come out. I'm looking forward to going to Ramblewood in October. So Brandon and I will be talking more about that. But the things that are going on. I'm sorry, I just got a message here. The things
Dave, that was me.
on,
Dave, that was me. I messaged you so your phone would play that tone again.
Thank you, Randy. So the things that are happening in the paranormal have gotten to the degree where it's really it's not bad, it's sad. So I'll let Brandon comment on that.
I don't really have much to say because they don't really bother me. They have more of a problem with us than I do with them. I don't really care what they do. It doesn't affect me, what we do. We help businesses. We help residential cases. They can't say the same thing. So, to me, we're not on the same playing field.
Yeah, but when you're caught, you're caught. Dead up. You're caught. Why do you stick around? I mean, me, If I did something like that, I would. Now, Sean's a paranormal investigator. Would you like to comment on that, Sean?
Well, like I said, what you see on our investigations is live, so we don't rig anything, we don't do anything. It's straight up. So if people ask questions, I answer them right there too. So I don't believe in fixing shit. So,
and that's the way it's supposed to be. There's people in the excuse me, in the paranormal, pedophiles. I had a girl contact me. She texted me and she said, "Do you know you have someone on your friend list that's a pedophile that's been accused of raping young girls and driving them around in a hearse?" And I'm like, "Who?" And she told me, and immediately I went, right to that person, and I did a little bit of research, and then click, you're gone. So then, of course, the podcast came along that John and Brandon and myself did, and after it was all said and done, I was attacked. The idiot had enough nerve to send me a text, and then at the end of the text, he talked about God and different things, and then he tells me, he says, "Please remove me as a friend." Click, gone. You know who that was. So.
I know. Tell me.
Stanky pants.
Did it hurt your feelings?
Did it hurt my feelings?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know who it is now. I feel like the redheaded stepchild.
Well,
look, if we're gonna talk shit, let's put out names and numbers here. Okay, come on. We're big boys. We all got our big boy pants on. Come on, we're gonna go this route. Let's do it right. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Okay, Dave, back to you. Start loading.
I done forgot his name.
Oh, you liar! Majority voted. You lost.
Seriously,
Still.
I done forgot about it.
Okay.
So,
it's like putting cutting the tip of it off, Dave. It's not going to fly. You got to share.
Well, John and Brandon was involved in a paranormal case, and there was some fraud, and like I said, they were caught, and so I can say they were caught, and they remained, around. If it was me, I'd be gone. I couldn't come back on Facebook or any of the platforms and show, I wouldn't show my face. It's bad. But
now you see why I don't deal with paranormal stuff. I deal with aliens, prostitutes, hookers. See, I don't have that problem.
Yeah, we know, Randy. So, John, what are you doing, man? He looks like he's down there eating a grilled cheese sandwich.
I'm having a cheese sandwich. I hate it. What's up, guys? Yeah, the drama's nothing short of fantastic in the paranormal world, I should say. But it is what it is. I don't think you're ever going to get rid of these fucking losers. But there they are. They're out there, faking shit, scamming people, lying. I mean, they run the paranormal community has run the game. It's the new paranormal community is what I call it. It's nothing but people that scam people, lie, pedophile, sexual deviants. I mean, dude, you name it, they're in there. It's insane. And it's like they all want to one over on each other. You know what I mean? It's like they just keep going. And they're all best friends. with best friends like that, who the fuck needs enemies, right? Yeah, like,
Yeah,
holy
you know,
shit, dude. That's insane.
John, what is said is, you were part of the TAPS family, and they wouldn't even back you up.
No, I mean that all fell between this troll ass woman named Mary Jo and her lies, going back with shit, and they had a whole problem with me calling out a guy that was faking shit, and I was just like, you got a problem with it, see you. I don't, and now you see all this bullshit that goes on with Jason Halls and that bullshit, with the Conjuring House. He threw his hat in the game and all that shit. And, dude, like, you're not standing on what you preach, dude. Like, if you're going to stand on telling the truth about shit and doing stuff, then stand on it. Don't get your feelings hurt when somebody calls somebody out for it. You know what I mean? Like, that's, it was bullshit. And, they believed a woman that lied about shit over me. So it was just like, okay, no problem. See you. Here's my resignation. Gone. And I was part of that thing for, I don't know, 16 years almost, or something like that. It was a long time.
That's where I've seen you at. That's where I've seen you at, John.
Yep, I was a part of that for a long time.
You look like the bouncer at Billy Bob's Buster Saloon. You're a big boy back there, pal.
Yeah, it's funny, man. It's gotten to be amusing. I mean, they think people like us are like going after their businesses and shit because they've made a business out of the paranormal. They're scamming people out, these locations out of money and shit. When Brandon and his guys do investigations for locations, they give 100% of their profits back to the location. This guy's making a profit, just get haunted bullshit. They're making a profit off of these locations, and he's getting volunteers to do all their shit while he sits there and gets money off of it. Well, it's not my business. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? It's really, I could give a shit. You know what I mean? It really doesn't. But the problem I had with the guy is he put my name in his mouth for no reason, and so now I got a problem with it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't talk about me. I just say shit about him. I never even said his name publicly, but they got a problem saying my name. So, I'm going to deal with those guys on a personal level when I see them. I'm going to see them. It's going to happen. But, all this talking over the computer shit, I'm done with that shit with those guys, man, because they're a bunch of fucking losers and basically scammers and liars. They lie more shit and talk more shit on people. It's just like, and the shit they do, it's not what I do. You know what I mean? Like, I do residential cases. I don't do these big locations and, try to make money. I've never made a dime off of anything paranormal. Never. Not one thing.
I got a question for you, John.
Yeah.
Now, these guys, you see them on TV. The shows are on TV. Are they getting paid to do those shows?
Yeah.
I mean, no, is
100%.
the TV, is it like A&E or whatever? Are they paying them to do these shows?
Oh, yeah. The para celebrities? Oh, hell yeah.
Okay. So now they're getting paid by the company, by the TV, A&E or whatever it is. But then they're getting paid from the people doing the investigations for also. People are paying them to come in there.
No, there's a business that someone made up that just goes around and kind of like a public thing. I guess it's a public thing. I don't know what their business is. Basically, they go around and investigate haunted locations, and people that have never done any kind of paranormal investigating pay to go to these locations, and they turn a profit off of it. It doesn't really matter to me. I don't really give a shit. Only thing I care about is, he's put my name in his mouth for God knows what. I have no idea. So when they did that, it kind of irritated me. So now, I definitely got some shit to say to him when I see him, and it's not going to be nice. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. I'm done going back and forth over the computer with these people because they're just full of shit. I'm just done with it. What they do has nothing to do with me. I don't care who they rip off, who they scam. Doesn't fucking matter to me. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. It's not nothing I do. You know, I help people. You know, that's what I do. But I don't rip people off and scam people. That's not my thing. You know, but what they do is their business. I don't care. But like I said, them saying shit about me and about my friends, yeah, I got a problem with it. You know what I mean? Like, these guys are the truthfulest guys I've ever met. You know what I mean? Like, they called out the same guy that I called out. They called him doing the same shit. You know what I mean? And it's not the people that are running this network of bullshit, this phony whatever the hell they're doing. But it was a guy that we ran into in an investigation. You know, Brandon invited me there. I went. He pulled some dumb shit. I called him out face to face right there, and then I was done with it. You know, I was like, okay, I'm done with it. But then Brandon caught him doing the same shit, like, I don't know, a month later or something like that, doing the same dumb shit. And we decided to call him out on a podcast. And when we called him out on a podcast, you know, he got all his little buddies, you know, they got buddies, and they all had a problem with it. You know what I mean? And I think it all stemmed from that. And then that's when a lot of people started stepping up when they seen us call this guy out. A lot of other people started stepping up and calling out these scammers, these liars, these frauds, you know, and that's what they are. They're frauds. 100%. They're trying to get some kind of fame and fortune out of the paranormal. And if that's what you're trying to do, you know, you got a long way to go. Like, you're not going to make it. I mean, very few people have made a ton of money in the paranormal field. I mean, Jason Halls is probably one of them, and Zach Bagans from Ghost Adventures are probably the two top paid in, you know, paranormal entertainment. And that's what it is. It's entertainment. But as far as anybody else trying to, you know, thinking they're famous in this, I don't think so. Not even close.
Well, the question I was asking, how did a network pick them up? You know, how did a network pick them up there? Because I know, I'll be honest with you, I know, I'll give you a good example. Duck Dynasty. They went out with their camera, they shot their shows, and then when A&E took them on, A&E said, guys can't talk about God, no Christian stuff, and they fought that, so they only did the dinner table. But you guys got to do this. They were making up stories for them to do for the show. Like Uncle Si always did something stupid. You know, Jace did something stupid. So they were feeding the show. It wasn't like the show they used to shoot when they were on their own. Is it, you know, is this network they got? How did they get this network? How's this network dictating to them?
They just created. They're not on TV. They just created like a business, like a paranormal business. You know what I mean? They're not on television. They've gone on television and shit like that, like newsreels and shit like that. But other than them getting a TV show, it's probably far and in between.
I just didn't understand how they do this shit being so fake and busting people's chops and shit like that.
Yeah, they've definitely stirred up a lot of shit in the paranormal community. And for what, I have no idea, other than jealousy and shit like that. But they say we're liars and we're jealous of them. I could give a shit what they do. I don't care what they do. It doesn't affect me. They say we're trolling them. I'm not trolling. I don't give a shit what they do. I just know people say that they have said shit about me in live podcasts, but I don't even entertain it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't entertain it. I don't go into their podcast. I don't give a shit what they do. You know, I could care less. But I know that they've, you know, slung a lot of shit at a lot of good people that I know personally, and it ain't cool. They slung shit at me, Brandon, Doug, Dave. Dude, it's just because we were on Dave's podcast. They said we were talking about him, and we weren't. We didn't say anything. We never mentioned one person's name. It's like that old saying, you know, when when you're guilty, you throw your hat in the game, right? They throw their hat in the game and it's automatically assume somebody's talking about them. Every time they do it.
I watched that show that night.
We never said nobody's name.
I did. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not afraid to say somebody's name because it's truth. It's not that I'm fabricating a story or anything like that. There's facts that back up me saying a person's name. So therefore, you can't do anything to me because we have factually based text messages or video or this, that, and the other that actually proves what I'm saying. So I'm not slandering anybody.
No, and anybody can have an opinion about you. It's your right. In the First Amendment, I can say, Brandon, you're a dickhead, and if I can say anything about it, you know what I mean? Like, Brandon, you're a dick. You know, John, you're a dick. All right, we're dicks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Whatever.
I can do shit about it. You know what I mean? You're protected under the First Amendment. Anybody can base an opinion on anybody. You know what I mean?
The thing is that all the phonies and fakes and frauds, just like John said, they got a major, major problem with us starting to call said person out and called us bullies and this, that, and the other. And, you know, I did a lot of laughing on the first podcast, but the second podcast was more serious. The first podcast, John had some things that I had never seen, and when you show me something and it, instead of a fight or flight normally, mine's laugh. Like, you could fall and I'll laugh my ass off at you and then come and check to see if you're okay.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Right.
After you catch your breath.
Yeah.
Right.
You're like, hey, dude, are you okay? That's some funny shit.
So I mean, I laughed my ass off that first podcast, and we got called bullies, this, that, and the other. People actually went to Jason Hall's on John, so on and so forth, you know, and it just got out of control because they didn't like us calling one of their frauds out.
Well, that's because John got fired from TAPS, okay?
Yeah. He got fired.
I've heard that 100 times.
Yeah. A lot of people have somebody text me, man, I heard you got fired from TAPS. I'm like, no, they ain't fired from them, dude. I quit. No.
Fired
like,
sounds so much better for them.
Yeah, that's like the old rumor tree, you know. So like, man, I've ruined my reputation in the paranormal field. I'm like, dude, my reputation's fine. I'll stand on everything that I talk about, dude. Like, I'll stand on the truth. I never lied. Dave's known me for what, 20 years or so. Yeah, you've never caught me lying about anything. You know what I mean? I don't have nothing to lie about.
See, but that's the other thing, John, is ridiculous. We don't care about our reputation to the higher ups. You know, the Jason Halls, the higher celebrities. We just care about the reputation we have with the people we help. And that's the difference with these people. They want the higher ups to like them. We don't give a shit.
No, I don't care.
So they try to impress, and we don't. We just do our thing. We go about our day, and you like us, you do. You don't, you don't. We don't give a shit.
Yeah,
I mean, I just find it funny that hearing it through the grapevine. So, could it be rumors? Sure, I don't know, but we're invited to Paracons, where these couple of groups that we're speaking about have been uninvited to Paracons. So that just tells you something right there.
Yeah. So you guys never seen my show, but every now and then I got a song that talks about the bullshitters of America making up shit so they get 5 minutes of fame. That's what the whole song says. And for 4 minutes, I talk shit. I'm tired of you bunch of lying sons of bitches. And I'm talking about Dave Bruce's good friend here now, Tennessee, Kentucky, who's having lunch at his house this week.
Yeah, okay.
Who this guy, you know, I do, my show's everything. Bigfoot, aliens, draconians, strippers, you name it. I'm the Dr. Phil of Jerry Springer, okay? But here's the way this works. Sean and I did an investigation over the phone. These guys live in Tennessee. They've got every monster in the world living on their farm, from Bigfoot to giants to fairies to trolls to Sean, what else they got living out there?
Have you ever had
the Scorpion King? The Scorpion King. Wait. Let me get this. You're gonna love this. Bigfoot and the Scorpion King had a fight. Bigfoot ripped off the Scorpion King's arm. He ran into the into the mountains, into what's the mountains there in Kentucky and Tennessee?
Blue Ridge.
What is it?
Appalachian.
There you go, the Appalachians.
Yep.
He went into the fountain of youth, into the swamps, and grew another arm, and came back for a victory fight. And
Grew his
then,
arm back like a crab.
yeah, and then George the Giant took Scott the Bigfoot, put him on his back, and they went all the way over to the Himalayas so Bigfoot can meet his cousin, the Yeti. And we're saying, what mushrooms are you people smoking and eating over there?
Right.
This guy, and this guy wants to be on all the shows. He wanted to be on my show. I talked for 4 hours. Sean and I did an investigation, and these guys. I shouldn't talk about Dave Bruce's best friends. I'm sorry, but I'm putting the name out there. These guys are whack jobs. Same way you guys have the paranormal, I get the retards on my end too.
I see you use the hard R.
Oh, the hard R
There
word.
you go.
Nope, we're getting banned now.
You said the hard R.
We can't have it.
Look out.
You know why I said it? Because The Rock said I could. And that's the bottom line, brothers.
Yeah. We got crucified for that too.
Yeah.
Crucified for saying retard and what else was it? It was something else, right?
You were
Fat
fat
shame- we
shaming
fat shamed
because,
somebody.
You're fat
because
shamer.
you called her Oprah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the other one. That was the other one where we laughed.
Yeah.
Somebody said was gonna put their foot up her fat ass and shit.
I laughed.
Out of nowhere. I'm like, what the
Oh, yeah. I remember that one.
I was like, what the shit? And they're like, should have ended it right there. Should have ended it right there. But then the same chicks on a podcast bashing all kinds of people that she didn't like. And the podcast never stopped. It just kept going for like 3 hours or some shit. I'm like, these people are, man, they have no fucking morals whatsoever. They really don't.
The
see,
same.
Funny.
When I see a liar, I call it out. If you're on my show,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
talking
Me
shit.
too.
If you're on my show and
Yep.
you're talking shit, my boy Sean is in the background checking out everything. You know, you say, Bigfoot fucked you and raped you. Well, I want to see the baby. Sean's looking for that hospital you're having that kid in, That's the way we run our shows. And, I call these people out who are a bunch of liars. And I have a rant and rave, kiss my ass, I don't care corner. And that's just the way I do my stuff. So I understand where you guys are coming from, like I said. And look at it this way. When they're talking about you bad, they're only building you up better.
Oh, that's like a lot of people, man. He ruined his reputation in the paranormal film, dude. I didn't ruin shit, man. I am who I am, dude. I stand on what I'm preaching, dude. Like, period. Your reputation is who you are. You know what I mean? If you're a liar and a fake and a fraud, that's who you are. You know what I mean? I didn't ruin shit. I am who I am. I tell the truth about shit. It's just you got a bunch of people that lie about every goddamn thing in the world. These demon dolls and it's fucking absurd. You know what I mean? It's just like the whole all their shit has been blown out of the water 10 times over, but they're still running around like there's some paranormal celebrities or some shit, and you're just like, dude, fucking hang it up, man. Like, anybody that believes your dolls are haunted, they need their fucking head examined 100%. You know what I mean? Like, I've been in the paranormal field for 25 years, man. I've never seen a demonic doll ever. I've never seen a doll get up and move around. I've never even seen a demon in 25 years. I've never seen a possession, none of that shit. But here they are. Every case they go in, there's a demon, there's a demonic doll. I mean, you got people selling this stupid shit on TikTok, eBay, and people are buying it. Dybbuk boxes that are bullshit. Dybbuk boxes, the whole story was fucking made up. The whole thing, Annabelle made up. It's all bullshit. And people are still, people are still believing this shit is real. I mean, if you ever seen the Truth or Demons podcast with Stevie, man, she destroys the Warrens and everything that they're about. Just crushes them. The whole Annabelle story with the person that went in there and was taunting the Annabelle doll in the case, and he leaves and he gets killed on a motorcycle, right? Him and his girlfriend. She lives, but he dies. That whole story was bullshit. She looked it up. The road wasn't even built that they said that happened on it this at the time. I mean, I'm like, holy shit, this whole thing is just a bunch of bullshit. It's the whole thing of demons sell. They sell, they make money. It makes money. Look at the Conjuring movies, millions and millions of dollars. The Exorcist, when it came out, millions of dollars, dude. This is where the Warrens probably figured, hey, we can make millions of dollars on demons. You know what I mean? And there it is. And then, the whole demon story begins. You know what I mean? You have Amityville that comes out. All these cases with demons. You would think in 20 some years of me doing, I'd have run into a demon somewhere. I've yet to run into one to say, hey, John, or a doll. I do have Handabell. I forgot about Handabell. Forgot to mention that.
Yeah, but I got a question. Why has Amityville been sold 6 times?
Exactly. But people who have lived there and said that it's not haunted.
Well,
So I don't know. I would investigate it. I would investigate it.
I would too. I would go there till I heard "Get out." Look at the time. We got to go.
Dude, I've heard "Get out" in so many cases, and I never left, and nothing happened. I could send you recordings of I don't know how many cases I've been in where I've heard "Get out." I'm the devil. Man, I've caught some amazing stuff in houses, but I've never had anything bad happen to me personally in a house. I mean, there are things that are gonna frighten you. You know what I mean? Like, sure, you're in the dark, you hear a voice in your ear. Yeah, it's gonna freak you out a little bit. You're in the dark too, and you're hearing a voice that you can't see. There's no one there. Yeah, it's gonna freak you out, 100%. But
I will say that there was only one time and one time only that I was told to get out, and I left. We were doing a public ghost hunt at Samuel Miller Mansion, and I had a bunch of people up in the attic, and we're playing the SB11 Spirit Box, which everybody knows is radio frequencies. No big deal. But I've never heard a radio station use profanity, and it literally said, "Get the fuck out." Clear as day, and we took everybody and we left. That's the only time.
I've had a lot of things happen in cases, but I only left out of a case one time. That's it. Once.
That's because you got trapped in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's the only time I ever left. Well, I didn't get trapped in the bathroom, but it said some shit to me in the bathroom while I was taking a piss. It scared the fuck out of me, and I got up out of there.
Hey, John, you laugh about that. I was in a bar in Cicero, Illinois. It was called Elvis 2 Club or some shit. We're all in there drinking. It's 4:35 o'clock in the morning, and this big homeless woman, about 400 pounds with a tube top on, she starts rubbing my back. She goes, "I like you." I said, "Okay, thank you." And I moved away. She picked up my napkin and she ate it. I said, "Okay, now I got to move 2 more stools." So I go in the bathroom to go pee. This woman comes in while I'm in the stall, slams the door behind me. I come on. She goes, "Ha, I got you now. I saw the devil."
The bullshit.
That's a true freaking story. I was screaming. They thought somebody killed me. I'm going, "Let me out! Help me! Let me out!" The 6 people in the bar, the bartender ran out. This woman wouldn't let him out the door. That's a true story. So I thought I'd share it.
She said, "You sure do got a pretty mouth, boy."
Yeah, and she had a tube top on. Her tits hung so far down she could feed sewer workers.
Did you hear banjos?
No, but I heard little mouths going.
Oh, you're really doing it now. You said tits. You said tits on here. You're really doing it.
Boycott.
Oh my God. Yeah, you're done. You're finished now. You're gonna be all over Facebook. That guy said tits, Rockin' Randy. You're finished.
Randy's gonna say tits, retard, dumbasses, jagoffs.
Oh yeah, you're done.
I don't give a rat's ass. You know why? Because on my show, I'll say what I want. Since you're all being helpful with this, I'm leading it on. Hey, Dave, change your rating to XX.
Dave, prepare for more messages tonight.
Let me tell you, after this, I'm going to bed. But I want to say this. You know, I started investigating Ramblewood in 2007. I left there in 2016. Okay.
Doug, stop laughing. I can't stop your
He's gonna fall out of here, dude.
What's the matter, Doug?
I'm going to start choking because I got a cold.
He started this whole fucking thing off by saying. All right, guys. Well, after this, I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
You
don't
want to
You don't want to feel the repercussions. I'm going to bed. Oh, fuck me.
He can text me in the morning.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
He'll put his phone on vibrate.
Dave, you definitely hit the unlike list when you brought us on your fucking podcast.
Oh yeah, he'll be calling me tomorrow morning. He'll be calling me.
I
got
don't
canceled.
care.
StreamYard canceled me. You guys were saying some tits and retards and all kinds of bad shit on your show. Dave, I won't say tits. I promise you, I won't say tits or retard anymore.
Please.
Or cocksucker.
or cocksucker.
5.
Oh man.
Can I
I'm
say
definitely going to bed.
Can I say boobies?
No, boobies definitely gets you in trouble.
Oh hell, I'm screwed.
Boobies is for the devil.
Dave, I'll pay the money for your podcast show this month.
Doug,
I'll buy you a new show. I'll take up a love offering. I call it the boob titty and retarded.
Is he gonna make them cry?
Offering.
the BTR fund.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So seriously, getting back to Ramblewood from 2007 till 2016.
I gotta cut my microphone off. I'm coughing.
I had some pretty good experiences there. You know, I had people come in that I caught faking stuff, lying. Yeah, did I throw them out? Of course, I always did. I got rid of them real quick. But in the years that I spent at Ramblewood, okay, I had one apparition and several good things that happened at Ramblewood. Did I get bored? I guess they get bored and have to, I don't know.
He went home and went to bed.
Who did? Doug?
I mean, funny. I said, no, you went home and went to bed.
You should.
Yeah.
Do your feet fit around branches?
Yeah.
He put his phone on vibrate and stuck it underneath the sheets with him.
Dave, I'm going to keep texting you.
Why?
I just want to hear your
Keep me
music
awake.
change. Yeah.
If
God,
I
laughed so
expected
hard.
it, listen, if I expected that out of anybody, it would be Sean. Let me check my name down. Yeah, it's still Dave Bruce.
Yeah, well, see,
I've never seen somebody who spoke so little in my entire life.
oh, he's speaking when he's rubbing his beard, his hair. That's his talk.
Doug can
He
relate.
starts rubbing that because he ain't some. I'll say this word, coochie.
Oh my God, you're really overdoing it now.
he's in serious mode.
Check this out. I love it when Doug disappears laughing.
It'll happen again by the end of this.
Yeah,
but in all seriousness, you know, like the whole paranormal drama thing is just bullshit. The most important thing to me is the information that people receive, you know, from real paranormal investigators, people like us that get out here and do real investigations, man. We're not doing these these public events and, Ouija board shit. We're out here really researching paranormal phenomena. Like we're doing it. You know what I mean? And I've been doing it a long time, and I have mountains and mountains of files of cases I've done over the years. And I think it's important that people hear the real information instead of the TV and the movie bullshit. You know what I mean? Because paranormal investigations are nothing like what you see in the movie. I mean, half the time you go there, man, you can hear a mouse pissing on cotton half the time. You know what I mean? Like you're sitting in the dark and it's just like waiting. It's kind of like going fishing. You're waiting for the fish to bite. You know what I mean? And some fish, you're sitting in the boat and you're like, all right, when are we going to get a bite? Sometimes you get some, sometimes you don't. And I think the information should be valid. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of people that just go into residential homes and they're doing investigations and they're making shit worse than they are better. You're supposed to be there to help people and they're giving them false information. They're using equipment that's really not valid. It's not a valid source of evidence. Just because you heard a voice over a ghost box, that doesn't mean it's valid. You know what I mean? Okay, you heard yes over there or no, or they're like Doug said, they're radio stations. You know what I mean? Like, is it? I mean, I've had interesting things happen on a ghost box, sure, but can I really present that to one of my clients and say it's a valid piece of evidence? No, I never have. If I present something to them, it's valid that I experienced and I recorded. And can I get rid of ghosts? No. Can I get rid of demons? No. Have I seen a demon? No. Have I seen a haunted doll? No. But there is a phenomena that exists 100%. I've experienced it, and a lot of my colleagues like Doug and Brandon have experienced it. And a lot of other of my colleagues that have been doing this a lot of years have experienced it as well. I don't know too many people that have actually been in demonic cases. When you watch TV, it's like every other case is demonic. It's a demon, or it's, you get these people that go in the houses and cleanse them and things like that. I've been a part of those too, and not one has ever really succeeded. Sometimes the phenomena, it slows down in frequency over a certain period of time, and then it comes back. It goes away and then it comes back. The phenomena is totally unpredictable to say you can get rid of it. And one, we don't understand it at all. We have no understanding of how it occurs, when it's going to occur, what triggers the phenomena, what its capabilities are. We have no idea. But you have all these people out here that go to like the Paracons, and they're preaching things that aren't true, that they can't validate at all. But they're saying it's valid because they've seen it on a TV show, and they're labeling it from what a TV show has labeled it without really properly researching it. You know what I mean? Like the phenomena is just too unpredictable. There's too many questions and not enough answers. And that's the facts, 100%. And if anybody says different, I'm going to disagree with. You know what I mean? Like I'm definitely going to disagree with them. Is there a phenomenon? Yes, 100%. But what it is it ghosts? Are they dead people? I don't know. Is this interdimensional? Possibly. You know what I mean? I don't know. Is it alien technology? Maybe. I don't know. You know what I mean? That's the whole thing. We don't know. There is a phenomenon that exists, though. 100%.
Okay, I got to say something. First of all, I don't know where you're fishing at, but I get bit every time I go fishing. I leave my pole home. And my bait is two-legged bait. Okay,
that's because you got crabs. You talk about the slugs and the hookers all the time.
Well, you know something? I did have crabs one time. You know how I got rid of them? I found a queer that likes seafood.
How the hell are you on an FCC radio station?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I make Howard Stern look bad, okay? I make Howard Stern look bad.
Yeah,
But,
they probably got a total X-ray over your mouth, and they everyone.
No. I speak my mind. I'm better than Howard Stern. See, he's got to hide at Sirius Radio. Most of my shows are all overseas, so I don't care. But now I have seen some. Now I like cat balls. Everybody got quiet when I said that. Okay, no, I mean I thought they were real cat balls at first time it was explained. Those little balls that light up.
Yeah.
But Sean was doing a show one night and he had some cat balls out there, and they were talking, and he was the only one in the room. And these cat balls were going ding, 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 lighting up, doing their thing. And then one night, his show was everybody in his. I won't say where it was at, but everybody had left the room, and they had those things that light up. What's that called, Sean? The thing was lighting up.
REM pod.
A REM pod. Now he's in the other room talking to me, and I say, the show's going good. I saw this, I saw that, and this thing starts going off, bang, 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 and Sean goes, "Oh, you want to talk to me?" And it would stop, and then he said, "Okay, you want to talk to me again?" And it would light up again, and then they wouldn't say, and then he'd get out of the room, and that thing would start lighting up again. And I've seen Sean's show, and again, I've seen some things peeking around the doorways. Tracy's show she did the other night from Laurel's haunted house. Her husband was holding the camera as the cameraman, and they're walking down there, and he kept seeing somebody peeking over the railing. Well, I kept seeing somebody looking around this curtain. And I didn't say nothing because, I'm running the show from my end, and we're doing a live show. And then we got into the room where they have this big movie theater, and she was talking, and there was this person looking out behind the curtain. I thought I was the only one that saw it, but Tracy's husband saw it also. So, people say I've seen this. Like I said, I know it's not trickery. They're making this shit up because it's my show. I got no reason to bullshit about it. But Sean watched. There are demons and stuff in these buildings because there's a lot of strange shit that goes on. So, when they say, I believe what I see. I don't believe the shit I see on TV because, like you said, it's all for ratings. But when you watch shows like your show or Sean's show where you're actually seeing something like that, that's a whole lot of different. You know what I'm saying, guys? It's a different animal.
But like I said, a lot of us know that demons are very rare and they're very slim and none to find too.
Right.
Now, John, we've been, Brandon and myself have been part of 2 cases that ended up demonic. And I have never met anybody who's been in a demonic case who can describe the smell and I don't even know how to describe it. Like words just I really don't know what word even to use, but let's just leave it at the smell. The smell that's involved with a demonic case, unless you've truly experienced the demonic case, you can't describe that smell.
Can I share something with you guys? And you guys can say I'm bullshitting. Whatever you want. My wife's sitting right here with me. Sean's heard the story. Dave's heard the story. Tracy's heard the story. My wife at one time, I'm an evangelist preacher. You wouldn't think so, would you? But anyways, she kept saying, "I can see through your soul." Well, you see shit. She goes, "No, I can see through you have no soul." And her and I would fight like WrestleMania. One night she said something. I chased her down the hallway and she shut the door. I'm 280 pounds. She's $1.25, soaking wet, 5'2". I opened up the door. She grabbed me by her little hand and grabbed me by the forehead and held me as she started rebuking the demon out of me. I had both hands trying to pull it off my head. I could not pull that little bitty hand off my head. And the more she preached, the more she rebuked. I was on my knees to the floor, guys, when I tell you this. And all of a sudden, I let out a burp. Like I was dry heaving. I let out this burp. It smelled so bad, like a nasty ass garbage can's been sitting in a park with baby diapers, food, dog shit, and dead animals. That's how bad. You can't explain the smell. They came out of me. And when it came out of me, I could see it. It was like I won't say it was like a black mist, but I could see my eyes were foggy from this, especially from the stench. But I wept for days. My body felt like it was 100, 200 pounds lighter. I couldn't watch TV without crying. Lassie would run down the road, I'd cry. I was weeping from this. So I do believe that demons, and will get inside your body, and that's a true story. You don't have to believe it or not, but I'll take it
But
to the grave. I'll take a line.
The funny thing is that I do believe you only from a certain description in that story that you gave. That's the reason why I believe you.
Right.
Not many people know about the description you gave. I'm not going to tell anybody because then they're going to use it on TV and all that bullshit. Whoever watches this. But
you're right.
There's a certain description that you
and
gave
I'll tell you
in
what,
that story, and I 100% believe
it was scary.
I've smelled it before,
and it was scary.
It's bad.
That smell. I've smelled Bigfoot many times. It makes Bigfoot smell like. It made Bigfoot smell like Chanel 666. Okay, I mean that's how bad that smelled.
I can tell you exactly what it smelled like. It smelled like death, and it smelled like shit mixed. That's exactly what it smelled like. I smelled it in one case that I've ever did, and that was it. Just one. And I don't know if it was a demon there, but I mean, no one was hurt. But there was a lot of strange things that happened in the house. But it smelled like death, like a dead body and shit mixed. That's exactly what it smelled like. And as fast as it came,
like a dead carcass, like
it smelled like a dead body. It smelled like a dead body and like feces mixed together. And as soon as it was in your face, it would dissipate and be gone. That's the only thing I could ever say that maybe it was demonic. I can't explain it. I looked everywhere. I thought logically thinking, I'm a logically thinking investigator. So, if something happens, I try to find an answer to it, like before I say it's paranormal. So the homeowner said, this only happens when we read Psalms. If you read a verse from Psalms, it's gonna happen. I'm like, yeah, okay. I hear this shit all the time. So I'm like, yeah, okay. So we're investigating, and a lot of strange shit is happening.
Why is it only in Psalms?
I don't know. That's the thing. He said one night he worked the night shift. His daughter, he came home and he walks by the room and there's a black figure in his daughter's room and his daughter is talking to it. She's on the top bunk and this figure is 7 foot tall, black, and she's talking to it. He thought he was imagining things when he walked by the room and he looked at it. He's like, what did I just see? And he turned back around and it was gone. And when he went into the room, the daughter was just sitting there in kind of like a daze, and the room smelled like death and feces mixed. So it went away that quick as soon as he entered.
The book of Psalms is nothing.
What's that?
We're cutting in and out, so I don't know when you guys are done talking or not.
Oh, okay.
The book of Psalms is basically about sex.
I don't know.
The book of Psalms talks about sex. So was a demon trying to have sexual relations with her? I'm not being funny about this, but
no, I'm not. This was a young girl.
Most of it's about sex.
It was weird. So he said he picked up the book and he started reading like Psalms 23. So and then the smell came back. So he said every time he would read Psalms 23, this smell would happen. And I'm like, as an investigator, okay, whatever. I have to experience it to believe it. So I'm in there. We're investigating a lot of weird shit's going on. We're seeing lights. We're seeing sparkles of light. We're seeing different things, and it's kind of quiet. We're in the bedroom, the kid's bedroom, and nothing's really going on. So I said, fuck it. I said, read Psalms 23 and see what happens. So one of the female investigators starts reading Psalms 23. This smell just appears out of nowhere. It's just there. It's in your face, real pungent. And it's like, wow, yeah, what the hell is that? What the hell is that? And all of a sudden, it's gone as fast as it came. And I'm like, what is that, dude? Like that smelled like a dead body and like someone took a dump in the room at the same time. And so I'm automatically thinking maybe it's a sewer. There is a bathroom close to the room, so I go into the bathroom. I'm running the water. I'm smelling in the sink. I'm flushing the toilet, and smelling in the sink to see if the smell is emanating from the toilet, sewer line, whatever. As a construction worker, that's what I'm trying to diagnose it. So I go down to the basement, check for sewer lines, any kind of leaks. It's nothing. Come back up to the room. They read Psalms 23 again. It happens again, and I'm like, I can't explain it. And when it dissipates the second time, I hear a disembodied voice say nuisance. I hear it out loud, and no one else hears it, but I hear it, and I caught it on a recorder. You just hear this voice go nuisance, and I'm like, hey, one of you guys hear that? And they're like, what? Because they were laughing about the smell because it stunk so bad. It was horrible. We're like, God damn, it smells so bad, and it was just gone as fast as it came. And I can't explain it. That's the one thing that I can't explain is where that came from. And maybe it was demonic, maybe it wasn't. I really don't know. I can tell you one thing: it was horrible.
Well, usually, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I will tell you, in one of the demonic cases that Brandon and I were on, I've never heard something move as fast as it did up a flight of steps that were approximately 20 steps.
For me, on that one, Doug, it wasn't even the fast part. It was how fast and how loud it was. And how much, wind came with it. That, I'll never forget it. It it was insane. That's the only one. Sorry, I was reading Christie's comment.
Oh. Well, see, a demon, a succubus and incubus, I think that's how you say it. Those are demons that want to have sex with people, male or female. So I could have been when that demon was in that room with that girl, and when she started reading certain things that if you read in the Bible, the Lord lays down our green metals, blah blah blah. But it does most of Psalms is music and sex, and sometimes preachers don't read a lot of Psalms because that's what it is. But if I believe you've got a spirit or a demon in your house, and you're reading Psalms all the time, when it says he kissed her below her navel, well, what's that tell you he's doing?
Going downtown.
That's right. He's going downtown to meet Willie Nelson. So, so maybe see why I'm an evangelist preacher. But that's what I don't know. Sean, tell me if I'm wrong.
I would say, that's exactly right. I mean, when you read something like that and it goes to exactly what it says it's doing, I mean, it's pretty much saying what it did, And I've got to take John here as well. You got to eliminate all these smells from wherever it comes from before you can even determine anything as well. I mean, it could have been coming from the sewer, and he went and checked that stuff as well. So, I mean, you got to eliminate all the things in the process when you come across things like that.
But that's also the difference between being a real investigator and just being entertainment or thrill seeking.
Well, yeah, of course. Because people go in the woods and they see a tree laying in an X. Oh, Bigfoot's in town. Or a tree's got a bend. That's a Bigfoot in town or something snap. It's not always a Bigfoot. You got to investigate, look for stuff. And if you're not doing your job, then, you're a fake, bottom line.
Yeah,
it's not about the. It's not. I'm reading the comments as well. It wasn't even about the spirit or whatever moving at the speed of light or faster than the speed of light. It was the fear that came with it, the wind that came with it, not only the speed, but what Brandon saw prior to the investigation even starting.
And the smell. You got to add that in too.
Well, the smell we already talked about.
Yeah, so just all of it together.
I'm telling you, I've seen spirits move. This was 20 million times faster than any spirit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not that I don't believe in demons. I've just never experienced any. I mean, I was in a case where a girl died. A little girl died, and it changed everything that I thought about paranormal investigating. And was there something bad in that house? Yeah, I think there's definitely something. It's still there. The family still lives there, and but is it a demon? I don't know. Is there something bad there? I would think there's something negative there for sure. Um, it shift changes and does a lot of different things. It mimics voices. It knows what scares you, and I think it scared that girl. It scared her to death, and it caused her to have a heart attack, and she died. And she was only 14 years old. Um, Without a doubt, I definitely think whatever was in the house was responsible for it because it was picking on her the most, and she slept in the attic. And there's many times they called me, the lights were going on and off. She would be screaming, yelling, and I was like, just get the hell out of the attic. You know what I mean? I was 4.5 hours away. It's not like I could just jump in my car and go over there and help. And they were in Pittsburgh. I'm in Harrisburg. So it's 4.5 hours from here. It's a good distance. But yeah, she wound up passing away from a massive heart attack in her room, and she was 14. Just a 14-year-old girl, and that kind of stuff changes you. And you when you go into these cases, you got to treat it lightly with it because there's families involved, there's children. Dude, this stuff is serious to me. I take it very serious, and when I see people faking shit and telling lies about this stuff, it irritates me. You know what I mean? Because they go into these places thinking, they can just go in here and say, hey, oh yeah, you got 10 demons in your house, and we're going to bring somebody in to sprinkle some sage around, some sage smoke and holy water, and this is going to go away. It's not. It doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? It does not work like that. And I've been a part of many blessings and things, or a lot of them, and most of them never work. It said it would decrease in intensity and stuff and frequency, but sometimes it would come back worse, and people would have to move, and the thing would follow them. And it's just the phenomena is just way too unpredictable. And is it dangerous? I would say 100%. Yeah. Can you get hurt? Yeah. Die maybe? Yeah. It's unpredictable. Can someone get killed by it? I would say yeah. It could happen. It's serious. And people that don't take it serious, they're gonna get a reality check one day when something bad happens to them. That's the scary part about paranormal investigating that people don't want to say. You know what I mean? They go to these places for fun, but something bad could happen going there for fun. Period.
That's right.
This stuff could follow you home and just wreak havoc in your home for the rest of your life. It could never stop, and people are not understanding that part of it. You know what I mean?
But I also, on the flip side of the coin, I 100% agree with you, 100%. But on the flip side of that coin, I also think that sometimes there's spirits out there that know something is going to happen to you, and they try to warn you prior to it happening. And in my case, we were, where were we? Brandon?
We were at Wildwood
Sanatorium. And we went up to the 3rd floor. Now, I've been fine up until this point. We go up to the 3rd floor. We go into the doctor's room. Well, I felt like I was having a heart attack. I couldn't breathe. My chest got real tight. My left arm started going crazy on me. And I step out into the hallway, 100% fine. I could breathe again. All the symptoms went away. No problems whatsoever. 2 days later, I ended up having a major heart attack.
Wow.
So I really do think that it was the spirit of the doctor, the good doctor,
not the shitty one,
that was warning me that I was going to have an issue. And I had an issue, all right.
Yeah.
That was a terrible phone call.
3:30 in the morning.
Yeah. Wake up. Hey, just to let you know, I had a heart attack. Oh, thanks. I'm not sleeping.
See, I tell people all the time, you know, they say, I got this evil's going on in my house. I said, well, you know, what you can do is say every day, I rebuke you, Satan, in the name of Jesus Christ. I said, well, remember, when you rebuke him and you throw him out, he can come back 10 times stronger and bring friends. I know I did it one time. Well, now my house is, you know, me and my wife are fighting. I said, you got to rebuke this. You got to rebuke Satan out of your house. Now, I'm talking about the devil versus spirits and ghosts. But I've had a ghost in my house I didn't even know I had. When I put my cameras up in my house in Vegas, it came out of my mirror as a ball and turned into a ribbon. And it flew around to every one of my cameras and looked at every one of my new cameras. And I'm like, what the? And I was only trying to catch my roommate putting dishes in the sink, making a mess in my house while I was asleep. And one night he come downstairs and he was white as a ghost. I said, what happened, bro? He goes, 3:30 this morning. He goes, I woke up and there was a dead, naked white woman in my bed. And what do you mean dead, naked white? He goes, she was pure white. And she lay there. I said, would you get some ghost pussy? He says, no, it scared me down. I pulled the blankets over my head. And I said, you're so full of shit. Well, I went back, looked at the tape, and sure enough, it went up the stairway and went right in his room at 3:15. You know? So, you know, I've seen some ghosts on camera. I didn't know I had a ghost in my house. You know, and then I called up my buddies, which don't ever call Joel Olstein. I did call Jimmy Swagger, and I say, hey, how do I get rid of this out of my house? He told me what to do. I opened up my door. I did I read this verse out of the Bible. I walked back in, and I said, I cast you out, don't come back. Gospel truth. It slapped me in the back of the head. I flew about 10 feet across the terrazzo floor, and it slammed the door. Well, I told my landlord about it. I said, hey, dude, this is what's going on. He goes, every time I brought a woman to my house, we'd have dinner. And the minute we get in bed, she would turn possessed. I hate you. You're a son of a bitch. You're this and that. He goes, and they'd get up and leave. I said, well, you got something else in this house. I may have got rid of it. I may not. I'm not Ghostbusters, but there's something in this house, and I got to get the hell out of here. And I left. That's a true gospel story. I've got this stuff on videotape. And Sean showed me a video just like he saw what I saw. It was a white ribbon. It just kind of floats through the room. 2 different places, 2 different, ghosts flying through the room. So, like I said, there's ghosts, there's demons, but most of this is people bringing it upon themselves, playing with Ouija boards, putting 2 mirrors together, doing portholes, watching all these devil worshiping movies, reading satanic stuff. You bring that shit upon you.
Yeah. Yeah, that I got a pretty cool video of a black master captured in a house, creating itself, disappearing, moving across the room. Pretty awesome video. I can't explain it. I went back and tried to debunk it. I'm like, I can't debunk it. Like, it's there. I caught it on video. It's pretty cool. The people said it, it was coming out of a closet and shit. And, like I said, when you hear this stuff from clients, you got to take everything with a grain of salt, and say, okay. I set the camera up, and sure enough, as soon as I leave the room, it happens. It appears. It just manifests like out of nothing. This black mass is like a cloud, like.
And I believe that's a demon.
It was wild, man. There's definitely some negative shit there that's pretty much corrupted the family, the whole family. The sister-in-law, was telling somebody this the other day. I said the sister-in-law was like one of the nicest people you're ever going to want to meet when I met her the first time. And when I captured all this stuff on a video, the first time I let them see it, and they were cool. They wanted me to come back. We were doing more stuff. And I left the cameras in the house for a week to hopefully try to catch it again. And they were gone on vacation, so I had the house for a week and didn't get anything, nothing, which was mind blowing. Considering the first time I was there, I captured this black mass coming out of a closet. And when I went back to the cameras, the sister-in-law was different. She was like gothy looking, and her attitude had changed, and she followed me around the house, and she was just like kind of like, hurry up, get the cameras, get out, hurry up, get the cameras, get out. Like she was noticeably different, you know, like her attitude, everything about her was different. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna leave. I'm getting my cameras, you know, so I get out in the basement to get my DVR system, and she follows me down, you know, and she's like leans over like right in my face while I'm unhooking the DVR. She's like, I want you to get the fuck out of here. I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm getting the fuck out of here like right now. Yeah, I'm like, let me get my shit. I'm leaving. And you know, the whole family gets sick. They get sick a lot. Their kids are always sick. And the husband was like a total cupcake, nice guy, and now he's turned into a raging alcoholic. Lost his job. I mean, the bad shit that has happened to this family since they've moved in there is like off the charts. And every time I get scheduled to go back there, something happens, and I don't get back there. They cancel it, or it's weird. It's like something doesn't want me to be back in there. It's strange. It's really weird.
So, John, a question for you: Do you believe it's more the house carrying the residue energy of it, or is it the property that's carrying that?
I think it's the property. I looked up the history of the property, and the property was owned by the Cloisters, and the Cloisters was a cult, and that whole area was built on Cloister property. So I'm definitely thinking it's part of the land itself. And there's multiple houses on the block that have paranormal phenomena, not just that one. So I'm thinking it's definitely the property. What they were doing ritualistic wise on that property, I have no idea, but it's definitely, I think it's stained the property or whatever it is, you know, like it's not good. There's not a lot of good things in there, and it's smart. It's like it knows, it's intelligent. You know, it's not like it's a residual kind of thing where it just happens all the time, you know, same thing over and over again. It's different. Like it knows you're there. It communicates. It's directly involved with you when you're there. Like it knows you're there, touches you. It's pulled my shorts, poked me. I sat in the closet where the thing comes out of all the time, and I got poked in the back, like really hard. I mean, I sprung up out of that chair like somebody stuck me in the ass with a tack. You know, I was like, holy shit. You know, I jumped up out of the chair. I'm like, wow. And as soon as I jumped up, it pulled on my shorts real hard. And I'm like, holy shit, dude. Like there's something definitely in this house, man. And
it's trying to get the butthole.
Yeah,
So,
pulling down your pants.
Yeah,
So,
man.
so
You're a pretty man.
So going back to that, you think they did some sacrifices possibly on that property before
It's possible.
something was built there?
It's possible. Researching it, like I said, it was part of the Cloisters, but it doesn't really get into like if there was any deaths on the property or anything like that. But it does show in deeds and things like that that the Cloisters owned all that land, that whole development. They owned all of it. So could have been ritualistic stuff. 100%. Yeah, 100%. It could have been. Can I prove it? No, but I mean, there's definitely activity in a lot of the houses across the street. The next door neighbor, 3-4 houses down, all these houses are experiencing paranormal phenomena, which is interesting. I haven't been able to get into them. I was supposed to get into a couple of them, but every time, like I said, every time I get to go out there, something happens and I can't get into the location. Like it doesn't want me there.
Did you ever get any really bizarre EVPs out of that house?
Yeah, I did. I got one the night I captured that black mass. The first night I was there, I'm walking into the kitchen and I'm with 2 investigators and I hear a voice say, I thirst. I was like, I thirst. I was like, hey, did you say that? And they're like, say what? I was like, you didn't hear a voice say I thirst? And they're like, no. And I'm like, man, that's creepy. He's like, why? I was like, because it's biblical. And he goes, why is it biblical? I was like, dude, Jesus said that on a cross before he died. And he's like, what? I was like, yeah, dude, he said I thirst. And they're like, no. And I'm like, yeah, he did. And it was creepy as shit the way it sounded too. It was like, I thirst. Holy shit.
Wow.
And he's like, maybe it's thirsty. I'm like, I don't know about all that, dude, but I can tell you. As soon as I walked through that door, I heard it, and I'm like, and I captured it. I have it on recording too. All these things that I'm talking about, I can prove it. I recorded it. Video, audio, everything I say, I can back up everything.
Do you also get like a migraine or a headache when you go into that house?
I don't know, but other investigators did. They had, but the EMF was high in there too, so it could be EMF messing with them as well. But EMF doesn't affect me like that, but it did affect a couple of my members. Like they would get headaches and stuff like that, but it doesn't really affect me like that.
It's interesting.
Hey,
It's
Dave,
a creepy house, though.
Dave, have you ever told these guys about what happened to you in the last couple months? Do they know that story?
I sent a little bit of it to John. Yeah, I've told him.
John, I was FaceTiming with him when I saw this black. Do you want to call it demon? Whatever, standing on his right shoulder, standing right there, and then all of a sudden he got this scratch across his. I don't know if the scratch is still there, started, but he got this damn scratch.
Yeah,
Dave got this scratch across the top of his shoulder, and I go, dude, there's something standing next to you, and he goes, no, it's not, and he couldn't see it. And then I said, there's two of them. They're back there on the wall by your guitar and your TV. And he couldn't see them. And Char goes, they're right there, Dave. They're right there. And I was seeing them. Char was seeing them, but he wasn't seeing them. But they did all the trickery and evil shit to Dave.
And that's the house you're living in now, Dave?
Yeah.
Yeah, the cabin I'm living in now, yeah. And where's it at? Since our good friend Bill took care of it, nothing has happened since.
Oh, yeah, Bill out there.
Yeah, it's been very peaceful, and I tell you, man, a lot of strange things. I was getting hit with stuff. I was going in the kitchen, and I would turn around and walk the other way, and get hit in the back of the neck with a seasoning, plastic container, and
took the knife out of the mayonnaise jar and dropped it on the floor.
Yeah.
Wow.
I told him
I remember that video you sent me. I think you sent me a video one time. Dave was like knocking or something going on in one of the rooms, I think. It was maybe in a bathroom.
It was affecting my granddaughter's toys, and it got to the point where I'd get up 4 o'clock in the morning, take the batteries out of the toys, slam them back into the tub, and put the lid on it, lay back down, and you want to play? I'm like, how the hell is it working without batteries? But then the kids' stuff came to a stop, and all these weird things just kept happening, like the scratch. And
I was on the phone when the scratch happened. We were FaceTiming when the scratch happened.
I'd be sitting at the computer, and this damn thing would be whispering in my ear. And I actually turned my phone on because it wouldn't stop. And I actually have a recording of it. And it just kept whispering. I couldn't really make out what it was saying. Me and my wife would be sitting here watching TV. She would hear it. She would say, do you hear that? I'm like, yeah, it's over here by the file cabinet. And then it would move. And then we'd go to another spot. And then something would go flying across the room like an empty, I take like an empty 2-liter bottle from soda, set it up on my file cabinet. And then the next time I go out to the carport, I would take it out to the recycle. And I would set it up there, and I would go sit down and start changing the channel on the TV, and the damn thing would fly across the room, hit the floor, and start spinning around. And I was going through all kind of stuff on a daily basis. Yeah. So
that's interesting.
And I'm an oracle, and I'm an oracle, and I'm kind of clairvoyant, but I dream a lot of dreams of disasters. I dream about disasters that happen, and they do happen. And I can't show the disasters because I'll be changing the course of lives. But I saw that day standing with him, and I said, dude, that thing is nasty looking. It don't look good. And it looked like, you know what it looked like? Did you ever see Venom when he's got his teeth out?
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's what that thing looked like.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah,
One
it
night
was pretty scary.
I was laying on the couch. I wasn't sleeping, but I had my eyes closed, just thinking about some things. And all of a sudden, I felt this breath in my face. I opened my eyes, nothing there. Closed my eyes, started again. Opened my eyes, and I sat up, and I said, "That's it. I'm getting up."
It was a succubus. She wanted to suck your bus.
Well, what he kept hearing whisper in his ear is, "Dave, your head shaped like a penis. Dave, your head shaped like a penis. Let me ride your face, Dave. Let me ride your face, Dave."
She was at the wrong head.
I have a demonic hand that I've gotten too.
Keep it there.
Hand the bill. Hand the bill.
Oh yeah.
We're bringing her to all the Paracons. We're gonna get free rubbing tugs.
Yeah. Hand jobs from out of this world.
On a lighter note, I have, and of course, obviously, some people don't believe. I fully believe. But after my heart attack, I was at a investigation with Brandon, and I was going through some serious shit, PTSD wise, because of the heart attack, where I actually started trying to see a therapist, and that didn't work. I isolated my entire family. The only person I spoke with was Brandon. So we're on this investigation, and I brought my wife with me because I really want her to be involved with me doing something like this, because I know she would enjoy it as much as I enjoy it. And she wanted to do the Estes method on this investigation. So she starts doing the Estes method, and she held on for about 20 minutes, and she was getting some really good stuff coming through. And all of a sudden, she started hearing my voice coming through the spirit box in her ear, calling for her. But it sounded like Carol Ann from Poltergeist calling for her mom.
Oh, shit.
So she had a full mental breakdown. And now, mind you, I'm filming all of this. I have video proof of all of this. And the people we're investigating with, the guy immediately took over, and he's doing the Estes method, and I'm consoling my wife. Well, I ended up switching chairs, and I'm sitting directly next to this gentleman. And yes, I use the word gentleman because I'm trying to be polite.
Ain't trying to hurt the ratings.
He has considering the hard R word's already been used multiple times.
PTRC fund.
So I'm literally sitting right next to this guy now, and I'm still filming, but all you can really see from me filming is his legs because I was sitting so close to him. So he's going through the Estes method, so on and so forth, about a half an hour, and he ends it. Well, in the middle of him doing this, he looks me dead in the eyes. Now, mind you, it's pitch black in there. He scares the fuck out of me because he literally leans right into my face, and he says, "We need to heal his heart," which really fucked me up after the fact. Because what I'm about to tell you still affects me to this day. I get really emotional. When he finished, I caught, it was either God or the Holy Ghost on camera. And it flew directly at me to heal me. And I have it on camera. And Brandon actually has the copy of it on his computer because we copyrighted it because we were afraid it was going to get stolen, because it's that amazing of a piece of evidence. And it was very spiritual for me, which that moment changed my life. It whole 180, and I am very spiritual now, and
praise the Lord, praise the Lord.
Very holy because of this. He definitely did me justice.
Well, you know something, that was an angel that came to you. God sent an angel to you.
I don't think it was an angel.
Well,
I really don't.
God sent something to you God sent something to you to heal you, and that is a miracle.
It was the form that it took. It wasn't like an image of God, mm-hmm. but it was a white dove.
Wow.
And every spiritual image that somebody has seen, either the Holy Ghost or God, it has been via a white dove.
I had a stroke in Florida. I was in a hospital bed. They're getting ready to put me in a nursing home the next day. I'm like, God, you can't do this to me. They take me to therapy, put the round hole in the square peg, and all my whole left side, my face is drawn. And it was a Thursday night. And I would take a sheet and wrap it around my arm and pull it over my head. Same thing with my leg. God, you can't do this to me. A woman came to me that night. She said, on a Sabbath day, you're going to leave here. And I said, no. She said, you will. Sunday morning, I got out of bed at 1 a.m. to go pee. We're men. We get up to go pee. Here, I couldn't get out of the bed. I stood up. I went in the bathroom, and I went pee. The alarm went off on the bed. The nurses come running in. Get back in bed. You can't stand. You're not supposed to be standing. I'm like, I'm going pee. Leave me alone. And she says, you got to get back in bed. It dawned on me. The Sabbath day is Saturday. That's a Sabbath day. I said, I'm healed. I'm out of here. Now, what I saw was a woman. People saying this and that, but the doctors came in, the security came in and tried to put me back in the bed, chain me to the bed so I couldn't get out. I said, I want out of here now. The doctors came in and said, oh, Mr. Stewart, we healed you. Would you do a video for our other people who've had strokes and stuff and tell them what a great job we did for you? I said, I'll make the video, but God healed me, not you. I got out of the hospital. The next day I was on a boat. I was in the Bahamas having a good time. And I've thanked the Lord so many times. So I do believe what you saw, brother. That's awesome. I give the Lord the praise and the glory for you and for me.
Absolutely.
Sorry, guys, for getting misty-eyed.
Nah, it's all good, buddy.
John was the first one I ever showed the video to. Brandon and myself.
Yeah, it's an interesting video. I can't explain it. I look
Doug,
at that thing 100 times before I can explain it.
And Doug, I know how you feel when you say it's hard to talk about.
Well, it's not. It's very easy to talk about, actually.
But it's
now it is. But it's still emotional for me. That's what makes it hard to talk about.
That's what I'm saying. It's emotional. Yes, exactly.
I really struggled with it, and you can ask Brandon. Brandon can definitely vouch for this one. I was so torn because I didn't want to put it out there for the public to see because I thought it was meant only for me. But on the other hand, the world is in such turmoil right now. This is what the world needs to see. So we ended up putting it out there after I wrestled with my own head. And, it didn't get very many views, but I'm not worried about that. I know how it affected me. I know what I saw, and I know how it presented itself to me.
Right. Yeah, it's a very emotional ride.
Hey guys,
I know exactly what you're talking about, bro.
I just wanted to throw this in there. This is to Doug and Randy. Uh, in the weeks to come, I'm going to be doing a medical miracle show on my podcast. I'd like to have both of you as a guest come on and talk about uh, what happened to you guys. Would you be willing to do so?
I'm game.
Absolutely.
Hey, Doug.
As a matter of fact, I'll have Brandon send that video to you.
Okay.
And I want you to play it.
I was just about to say that. Did you want me to send it to him? So,
because, again, I used to be a skeptic. I'm not a skeptic of the paranormal. I'm not a skeptic of spiritual any longer. I'm skeptic of people.
Right.
That's my skepticism.
Yep.
So for people to have their own opinions, that doesn't bother me because I know what it was. I know what it was. So you can have your opinion. That's fine. Everybody's entitled to them. They're all like assholes. Everyone has one, and they all stink.
Right.
So I'm fine with it. I can live with that. But I want to get this out there to as many people as possible, and maybe having it on a podcast, platform. Maybe that's the start of it all.
Amen. Amen. I agree with you.
Thank you, guys.
I'm not ashamed to say the Lord put his hand on me, healed me. I give him the praise and the glory.
Yep.
Because he will break the chains that bind you. And if you leave your troubles at the altar, the foot of his altar, you only got to ask him once, and he will take care of that. He will fight your battles.
Yeah, I mean, I think the whole country's kind of lost their way when it comes to God. You know what I mean? Like they're taking it out of schools. They, basically try to just dissolve God. Like it makes no sense of what is going on today. I mean, just look at all the people out here, man. There's a lot of evil fucking people out here now. I mean, they are everywhere, dude. It is. I was just telling somebody the other day. I was telling Christy actually. I was like, I don't even like go out anywhere anymore because people are just so fucking rude. And yeah, like I don't go out. I used to go and hang out with in places, and I just can't stomach it anymore. I just stay home and I just chill out at home. I'd rather just be at home and not deal with people's ignorance,
Well, the world, like you said, the world's gone to when you start this transgender shit, there's 76 different genders now. No, there's two, man and woman. Yeah. It's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve or Mary and Sally. Okay, that's the bottom line. And you guys, if you really look back at all these shootings we're having in these schools and stuff, most of these people are transgenders. Okay, men want to be women, women want to be men. And by the way, they passed a law yesterday: no more men in women's sports or in women's bathrooms. Supreme Court passed it, overruled Biden on his law. So we won't see no more men in women's sports. But that's where it's coming to. Because see, the White House, they're nothing but a bunch of demonic people anyways. And the Democrats and the Republicans, the evil ones, have sold their souls to the devil to be musicians, actors, politicians. You don't become a politician. You become a politician and you get rich, you're a thief. And the root of all money? What's the root of all evil but money? That's what they're looking for. They don't care who they hurt or who they kill. So the world has taken a shit in a handbag. If we don't get God back in our homes, back in our schools, and you know something? Spare the rod, spoil child. Spank your kid's ass when he's bad. You know what I'm saying? That's right.
I don't not beat him. Don't beat him.
No. There's a spanking. There's a spanking. I spanked my son one time, and I got called to school. I said, my son will not give you any more headaches. I spanked his ass. The principal called me in, and all the teachers, and they sat in a circle around me. Mr. Stewart, did you spank your son? I did. Did you beat him? No, I spanked him. Why did you? I sent him to school to learn. not to make fun of the teacher, not to be a comedian. He wants to be a comedian, go to clown college. And they said, can we talk? I left the room. I came back in. I said, oh, they're putting me in jail for child abuse. And the principal says, we want to thank you and honor you for making your son mind. If we had more parents like you, we'd have a better school. Because all these kids, you're punished, you're suspended for 3 days. It's party time. The world has gone to hell. Get rid of these transgenders talking in schools, reading books to 5 and 6 years old. I see these people on TV. Billy likes when Tommy kisses him where he pee-pees. Really? You're going to read that to my 5 or 6 year old? I'm going to beat you to death, you son of a bitch and drag. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. Put God back in the schools, put God back in our hearts, put God back in our homes. And that's all I'm going to say. I don't want to go keep preaching because I can, but.
Well, didn't they take the Pledge of Allegiance out of schools?
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Isn't it one nation under God?
Yeah.
That's why they took it out.
You want to hear something really funny? They tore down all these statues of all our history. Lincoln,
Yeah.
They want to tear all this down, and all these, General Grant, all these guys. Now they want to put a statue of Johnny Cash in the White House, the man in black. The transgender said, we want Boy George in there. What? What the fuck is this shit? Boy George? He's as queer as a day as long. Yeah.
What did Boy George ever do for the country? Like,
he come Lay or whatever the hell he did, and
Hakuna Matata.
well, they're trying to erase history, but history is what made the country what it is.
That's right.
Slavery, of course, slavery was a huge black mark on our country, 100%. But it made the nation what it is. If slaves weren't here, you wouldn't have some of the great black people that are in this country now. They wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? They would not be here. But was it a terrible thing that happened? 100%. Yeah, it was terrible. It should have never happened, but it happened. And you're not going to erase history. It happened. You know what I mean?
They're blaming the wrong. They're blaming the wrong person, though.
But here's the worst. They're erasing our history and turning around and doing it all over again because they segregate everybody.
Yeah, 100%. Definitely doing it.
I hear these. If the blacks want to really sit back, Christopher Columbus was a slave trader. The kings or chiefs or whatever were in Africa were selling their people to the slave traders for money, food, and whatever. They were brought to Italy. Italy had all the blacks over there. They brought them to America. Slavery, the Civil War was not over slavery. It was over the economy, people. The economy. That's what it really was all about. And you want to know something? Forget about my daddy was a slave and your mama kept him as a slave. You want to know something? Some of the greatest black people were in the Civil War. Pony soldiers in the army. The best World War II pilots were black. The black bombers. They were better than the whites. Hitler said, "Kill every black pilot you can find." Jesse Owens. Oh, look, he screwed him over.
The Tuskegee pilots were black.
Yeah, and there's some of the greatest pilots, better than the white guys. They flew Buffalo
soldiers.
That's right. Dude, Buffalo soldiers. There you go.
Dude, I mean, the whole country is a melting pot. It's a melting pot from every race. It was founded that way. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't founded by the forefathers. It was founded by every race in the country. You know what I mean? Every race built this country to what it is. That's what kills me about people that try to segregate shit. It's just stupid to even say that.
Dave, I love your show tonight. We've gone from paranormal to talking dirty, talking about God, talking about slavery. I mean, this is one of Dave's best shows I've seen so far. This is great, Dave. I'm loving this.
It'll be the last one too.
Oh, I know that.
Don't say that.
That's why I'm praising him now, because he won't have a show tomorrow. So,
thanks to the hard R word.
BTRC fund.
I said I apologize. I said I apologize, and will not say retard ever again.
Well, Randy and Sean, I hope you stay in touch with these three great guys, man. They're awesome.
Hey guys, you ever want to come on my show? Let me know. Body Slamming Conversations, no holds barred. What you see here tonight is just mild. But
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down.
Always.
we'll talk about everything and anything. I'll have Sharm and Dave come back. We do this all over again. And you ain't got to
Yeah,
worry
man.
about saying shit on my show. Like I said,
That's awesome.
here's the problem. If you're going to have me on your show, I'm going to say something cussing, and it's going to happen.
That's me.
I might break out
in profanity.
Me too. I might break out with, well, Nancy, I read about it and heard about it, just don't know a fucking thing about it. I might do a round on Reggie. You never know what's going to happen on my show. But yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Awesome.
I got to say, you guys are a bunch of great guys, and I really had a good time tonight. Dave, I'm not cutting your show short, and I'm just thanking these guys because, man, it's like a man's cave tonight. It was really good.
Yeah, man, it was our pleasure. Definitely my pleasure. Yeah, it was a good time.
We got about 8 minutes left because I have to do some
go to bed.
I'm going to bed after this one.
Medication for the wife, and then I'm going to bed.
Oh, the covers up over his head.
The voice in his head. The voice.
You need to go to hims.com. It's cheaper than Viagra.
The voice in his head is
That's it. We can sponsor this show by Propel. It's made by Gatorade. It tastes wonderful and it's no sugar. Also by hims.com. It's cheaper than Viagra.
Oh my goodness. Well, we got about 7 minutes left, so let's go ahead and
hey, Dave.
Final,
Dave,
final
stop. Dave, the show's over when we're done talking, okay? You just keep it running.
The show's over when I
can go to bed when we're done. You can go to bed when we're done. We ain't done, so keep it. I'll pay the $2 and let it go another hour. Guys, keep going. He can go to bed later. What do you think this is? Saturday Night Live? You're going to turn the channel? No, it ain't going to happen.
Yeah.
Keep talking. So, John, what do you got to bitch about?
leave Bigfoot up in the background and just go to bed. I don't want to hear any. Look,
just go.
No fucking animal noises though. We don't want to hear.
And when I wake up, right, I got a message that the R word was like 3,280 times.
Just go to bed. We'll be here in the morning when you get up.
3,281.
And don't forget, he said
counting
too. He did say tits too.
Yeah, and boobies. Can't forget boobies.
No, he didn't say boobs. He said tits. The hard T word.
I said boobies afterwards, and I said
he also used pussycat just a little bit ago.
I said coochie too, though. I said coochie. I'm trying to keep it clean. I said coochie. I didn't say pussy. I said, tits. I said boobs. I said all the dirty words. I feel like George Carlin. So, Dave, good night. We'll see you when you wake up. Guys, let's keep going here.
Good night, Dave.
Back on the Laugh Factory and Dave Bruce Show.
Yeah.
Randy, just exit out, change your name to Bruce, and then just stay here.
Hang on, let me change my name. I'm going to change it right now. You don't think I won't? Watch this. Oh, God.
You guys are terrible, man.
That was fun, though. I had fun.
Yeah, it was.
When Doug starts laughing, I can't start. He does that hand laugh shit. Then he bends down, and then I gotta laugh, and then I start choking.
Hey, Dave. When you go to bed tonight, just don't dream about your mama.
So who's going to get hit first? Who do you think? It'll be me.
It ain't gonna be me. That's for damn sure.
It'll be me.
You'll be.
Hey guys, you want to see something really funny? Dave, turn your head to the left.
No.
Well, it looks like he's
Not
it
happening.
looks like he's blowing Bigfoot.
No. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, man. Bigfoot's meat is like right at your ear, dude.
Bigfoot's dick is right at his ear.
No, he's fucking the back of your
There
head.
goes
He's
Doug.
like, oh my god.
Doug's gonna disappear in a second.
Those
I
are
don't
the
know where I
animal-
was going with that for a second.
those will be the
Yeah, I have
animal-
no idea either.
those will be the
Why-
animal noises.
why
when
always
you're,
poor Dave?
Ooh, 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 ooh. Calm down, Dave. It's only Bigfoot.
You know, it would have been funny when turn his head to the left, right, and then Bigfoot would have went.
Yeah.
Okay, I do have a quick
All right.
question. I do have a quick
Just for
question.
you, I'm gonna find a Bigfoot doing this.
Okay,
Don't go like this.
the what is it? Robert
Or like
Gimlin
this.
film.
Yeah, really.
Yes.
Robert Gimlin film. You can see memories on said Bigfoot.
Wait. What do you mean memories? You mean boobies?
Yes.
All right.
However,
Big
how
words.
come you don't see balls on the male Bigfoot?
Too much hair blocking him.
Oh no, they got to be some big fucking balls at 9 fucking feet tall.
Yeah.
I'd have to say
I'm
that's
just
some real
saying.
slappers down there. That's for sure.
Shit, I got
Yeah,
a male one. I got a male one on Shepherd. His balls drag the ground.
How come?
They-
4 foot tall.
How come?
They definitely ain't marbles.
How come you know when 2 of them are in the area, you haven't caught them fucking, and Bigfoot walks around the corner with a boner, for Christ's sakes?
That's what the tree nut. That's what the tree knocks are. I hear a tree knock. No, Bigfoot's got a boner.
He walked
He's
into
running in
the
the
tree.
street with his boner.
Brings a new meaning to Morningwood.
Bigfoot's
Hell
getting a
yeah.
little. All of a sudden, he hears a noise. He turns around and slaps a tree. Pop! I heard a snap. Oh, that's a dick, hard dick on a tree.
What if that's how? What if that's how these fucking trees get pushed over?
Checking
Yeah.
for bees.
Tree formations.
He's in the glory hole.
It's the glory hole. That's hilarious.
Wow.
Hey, guys, I got to share this with you because this is funny. Doug's gonna fall off the chair. I said to Dave,
Wait, let him
I
catch
s-
his breath.
I said to Dave one night because I don't wear no pants when I do my shows. Any show, I'm pantless. I just put a shirt on for niceness. I said to Dave one night, "Do you know tonight there's going to be 2 moons in Vegas?" He goes, 2 moons? I said, "Yeah, let me look out the window. I got no pants, so the cheeks of my ass are against the screen."
Yeah, really.
He goes, "Char, look, there's moons. Char, look." I hear Char in the
Oh, my
background.
God.
Talking about the
Mighty
moons.
fine ass there, boy. Mighty fine ass. I said, "That's okay, Char."
Oh, shit. Man, you got Doug
That's a
Pink
true
over there,
story.
rocking Randy.
That's a true story.
Oh,
That's a
Lord.
true story.
It was fun tonight, guys. I have to say.
I
Oh,
never
yeah.
laughed so hard.
Been needed.
Yeah, it's needed.
Yep.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So, anyways,
Well,
Dave,
guys,
good night,
listen.
guy. No, but he's trying to get rid of us already.
No. Don't nobody go nowhere. I'm gonna go ahead and put you in the back room, and then I'll be
All
in there.
right,
in a second.
Dave, wait. Guys, everybody send him $2. So we can have instead of going to the back room, we can just keep this show going.
Don't put me in the back door. Don't put me in the back door.
He's got Bigfoot
All right.
for that.
All right, guys. Thanks for being on tonight, and I'm gonna put you in the back room. I'm gonna go ahead and close out. Don't go nowhere.
I got $2.
I'll start with this guy.
He's going first. Bye,
What's
Randy.
going on?
Bye,
It won't
Randy.
even remove you.
I knew it was going to
There
be
we go.
Randy.
All I can say is
Oh,
kisses
John's
to my
back.
bitches.
Wow. Why is it not? Okay, there we go. All right.